think that's age kicking in. Look, at 37, I feel like I'm still pretty young. It's just physical activity and sports of violence. In that category, I'm an older man. And I woke up this morning, I'm full of bruises. I got a nice one. Where is it? Right? Yep. Einstein couldn't do his tie in the mirror. I got that one there. I got a couple here. These are pretty light. I don't think you can see these. Should have a few on the shoulder. I got hit in the back of the shoulder last night. Yeah, there's one. But notice this is clean. No bruises, no bumps, nothing like that. Your boy plays his defense. Your boy takes a lot of them off the arm. Kind of the defense I preferred last night was a modified Philly shell. It wasn't a true Philly shell where you've got the one here and the shoulder up here and you're rolling and shit like that. It was a modified shell where, how was the left arm last night? It was kind of up like this, and the right hand was kind of over to this side. Kind of open to a left hook, but you can just move that hand over if you need to. And so I was taking a lot of them on the arms. In fact, I can tell how I got this one. The hand was up here. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. It's been a crazy weekend and a really tough week. And we've fallen behind by, over $1,000 or so. And the old Bank of Steel Toe. And luckily, Matt and Johnny have been really nice about deferred fees for their services. Johnny got paid today. Matt will get paid tomorrow. It's just one of those things where, we were finally getting ahead. We were finally building up a total again. And then shit happens and you got to take 4 or 5 shows off. And, money goes pretty quick when you're talking $350 a morning show, $250 an evening show. Look, we just keep knocking out the goals. We're fine. People are like, "Oh, do you want to do a GoFundMe?" Or, "Oh, do you want to, have Steel Toe fans chip in even more, to pay for this or pay for that?" I have my own money. My money is not like I have my own, and then I collect a paycheck from Steel Toe. Steel Toe just needs to pay my paycheck every month. Like I have personal funds. In fact, last year, I put a decent amount of those personal funds into Steel Toe. So sometimes Steel Toe is an expenditure for me. And it probably will be an expenditure for me for the next couple of months here. But, I've been doing this for 4 years on the internet now. We've had huge years and we've had lean years. And we've had huge months and we've had lean months. And they will happen. It's the ups and downs of business. I used to get way more panicky, way more worried about this stuff. And now it's all become so cyclical that I know that, the 2024 is going to be a real shit year for Steel Toe. 2023 was a meh year for Steel Toe. 21 and 22 were big years, money-wise, for Steel Toe. 23 sucked. 24 sucks ass. 23 was, not as good as 21 and 22, but not bad. 2024 is going to be kind of a shit year for the old Toe. But we certainly had our bright spots. I think April to about June, July were really solid. And we gotta get back to those. We've got, we'll talk about it a little bit, but there's not much to say. Even Kiwi Farms is pretty silent. Nick's response to the state and backhanding him in his hearing request is due tonight. But I don't think he's going to send that out until late at night. I think he'll wait till close to the deadline because this is a guy who really cares what the internet thinks and sees what people say about him. So he's probably going to wait until the last minute to, it'll be filed under cover of darkness because he doesn't want people commenting on it. But it's like, people are going to comment on it. That's what I don't get. It's like, now that I'm kind of going through, I'm not near as much of a pickle, obviously. I'm going, what I'm going through is peanuts compared to what he's going through. But one thing I've learned from going through this is like, arguing with people on the internet and arguing with people, that should be the last thing you're concerned about doing. Like, it doesn't matter what people on the internet say. Now, I'm luckily in a spot where the opinion on the internet about, the situation I seem to be going through is, well, it doesn't make any fucking sense. I appreciate that, and that's made this a lot easier for me. And whereas Nick's is more, you literally got caught with your hand in the cookie jar. I think with like being able to watch this through my own eyes now, I'm like, wait a minute, you have a legal team. Your legal team is hopefully, if you picked it, full of really sharp people. I know mine is. Let them do their job. Like, you know what the truth of the matter is. Well, maybe that's his problem. He knows what the truth of the matter is, and that's not good. I know the truth of the matter, and my team's going to take care of it. Like, it doesn't behoove me to fight this on the internet. Because even if I convince the entire internet, doesn't change the outcome of what I'm going through. So why not just shut up? Why not just not discuss the specifics of it and let the guys you pay? I mean, look, I know how much a good attorney costs. I have a really, really good one. And for the money you're paying, the peace of mind you're getting from that is, oh, I can just shut the f up and let this person handle it and just give them what they need whenever they ask for it. That's all I got to do. You mean all I have to do for this money? I give you this money and I just shut the f up and let you handle it. Great. I mean, commenting on all this shit and trying to convince people on the internet of all this shit is like watching your mechanic work on your car and do like he's doing brake lines. He's putting new brake lines in your car. And you're sitting there watching him going, are you sure the brake lines shouldn't be done like this? Should maybe the brake lines be? That mechanic is going to go, shut the f up and let me do my job. He's good. I just, now that I'm in a situation, I understand the way he's handling it even less. It seems more stupid to me. But yeah, his thing is due at like 11:59, and he'll probably wait until at least 6 or 7. I'm guessing, just to pulling that one straight out of my ass. Hooters Girl says, why no Johnny this week? Did I miss something? There was only one show where Johnny would have been on, and that would have been Wednesday. And given what I had gone through for the week, I kind of wanted to be on by myself to talk about it. So that's all. I mean, that's it. Everybody, the internet really does unfortunately turn grown-ups into children, and it really is too bad. Just like little gossipy playground kids. Try not to become that person. A lot of you do a great job with that, by the way, of not becoming that person. But they'll be like, oh, this person wasn't here for one day. What's the drama? What's the scoop? And you're like, I went to jail and I wanted to talk about it, and I didn't want to like bounce it off of a co-host. I wanted to just like Steel Toe has been my show for over 10 years. And there are going to be some days where I'm just going to go, this is going to be an Aaron show. I'm sorry. I wish I had something bigger for you. I wish I had more drama for you, but it's literally just, I told Johnny, like, I want to go on. I kind of want to talk about this and whatever. And I don't want to, my thing is, I don't want people to look bored on screen and like if Johnny doesn't give a fuck about it or whatever. I do have to take people to co-host school a little bit. It's like, if you're a co-host, what's his name? Adam Carolla had this problem with his Allison Rosen. He's like, sometimes she just didn't give a fuck what I'm talking about. And in fairness, your job as co-host is to, even if you're not interested, pretend you're interested and seem interested. And then pump it up for the rest of the audience. That's kind of a co-host job, is to be like, just pump it up and make it even bigger, Corndiff says, what's above the big orange steel toe sign behind you? That is the promo from Crush 9 Pro Wrestling, that was not my last pro wrestling appearance. That was not my last match, but that was my match at the Wright County Fair. I really liked that one. July of 2021. And then in 2022, I had a singles match. And then, it's been over 2 years since I've had a pro wrestling match. I got to get booked again. Crushed hasn't had a show since Crush 10 Pro Wrestling. I got to get on there, man. Let's continue on. I don't fucking remember where I left off. Mild says, I'm sorry, I wish I had something bigger for you. Aaron to SP every weekend. Hey, wait a minute. What? Full Fathom says, the Johnny era may be over. Yeah, no, it's not over. McBuster says, can co-host help is hard to find. Well, Johnny's going off to California soon. So, yeah, my thing about, like, Johnny and him being like, when I go to California, I'm not going to do overtime. I'm like, when you go to California, you shouldn't have to work. Like, he's sitting there, unless Aaron pays me more, I'm not doing overtime. I'm like, pays you more? I was going to pay you to be on vacation. When I go to other states and I travel to other places, which I won't be doing, I'm not like, oh yeah, I should really work while I'm out there. No. G. Coquina says Corolla would talk for hours about racing, and not one fan wanted to hear that. He keep firing co-hosts for his own boring shit. Well, you have to find the co-host that complements your boring shit. It's the show that you want to do. JB Gunner with $1 says you can have a better co-host that can stand, talk, and talk wrestling. I can barely talk wrestling anymore, but thank you. I don't see what Johnny's ability to stand has to do with him being a host. If anything, not being able to stand is not really exactly a restriction on someone who wants to talk. JH says, Aaron, Nick thinks The Mist is the worst Thomas Jane movie. He's never seen Money Plane, clearly. Yule Gibbons says, Corey was the ideal co-host. He just wasn't a yes man. I thought Corey did a good job. I had the easiest conversations with Corey. I put it that way. Shows with Corey went the fastest, if that makes sense. So the criticism I will give Corey and I is sometimes we could kind of get long-winded on shit people didn't care about. You know, Corey and I kind of coined that phrase. We're like, okay, we're podcasting now. This sucks. You know, it's like, okay, we're going off about this shit and nobody gives a fuck about. But the problem that Corey and I had is we could go on forever about just about any topic. Nana's Clam says long-winded about shit no one cares about. I thought that was the whole Steel Toe brand. The guy's got a point.